What we have here is the suppressor, which we call the VS-1. A few years ago, I was talking over a fellow employee about producing a suppressor that would just be simple, basic, not to be the highest efficiency can or the most expensive or the most accurate, just to be a simple can for the basic user that is cheap to manufacture. At the same time, of course, that will go back to the customer and become a suppressor that anyone could afford. So the VS1 stands for the Volks Suppressor, as in like the people's suppressor, making it cheap and simple. There's only two machined parts on this whole suppressor, and that would be the mounting bracket, the mounting block in the rear, as well as the barrel mount, which you'll see here in a second. It's a threaded-on suppressor. It has a detent surface on the back of the suppressor, on the back of the collar, and there's two detents on the back of the suppressors. And so it always stays tight. There's two lockups in the rear. As mentioned, two detents that lock onto the shoulders, so it's not going to back out on with expansion, contraction of heat, and cooling. The suppressor, all the inside baffle work on the inside of the suppressor are sheet metal construction. So it's all sheet metal forming, including the end piece, sheet metal forming, because Abrams is known for their sheet metal construction and sheet metal abilities. And like I said, once again, the only two machined items on this whole suppressor is this mounting collar right here, which actually just fits behind any flash hider, and the mounting block in the back, which is the threaded portion back of the suppressor.
So this is a shroud over the barrel.
It's a shroud over the barrel, and it fits around any barrel. There will be certain collars that will have a certain diameter to work around the barrel diameter of the customer. And what's nice, the nicest part about this suppressor is that it will actually take any flash hider that's on the market. You can use a Vortex, a Phantom flash hider, or any of the A1, A2, M16, or compensators, like PWS compensators or anything, as long as it's no longer than 22 millimeter in diameter, which is standard, and as long as it's no longer than like a Phantom or a Vortex, they'll fit inside the suppressor and work properly. And the dB levels on this, we're going to be in the baseline of what a standard suppressor would be at this size and capacity. But the dB levels will depend on what the customer uses for their compensator or flash hider, because the flash hider compensator acts as a first baffle for the suppressor. So it's just up to them.
Sounds like an interesting test coming up then to see which
is best. Most likely will probably be some of the aftermarket compensators, like the PWS compensators and such. That's a basic design. It slips over, drops down, threads, and you can hear the ratcheting start any second. And after it's locked down, it's done. It's centered. It's a rock solid design. We designed the suppressor to have the exact same expansion rate as the barrel itself. So lots of thread-on suppressors, when they heat up, they get loose, so people tighten them down, and when they cool down, you can't take the suppressor off because the expansion rate's different. Working with our finite analysis programs and thermodynamics programs, we found out what the best combination was for that collar, as well as the barrel configuration and the suppressor. And actually, we didn't expect the popularity of the suppressor, but we already have certain, those in the military are coming over and looking at the suppressor after hearing about it, because they've been looking for a lightweight, cheap, disposable suppressor. And what's nice about what I'm saying about cheap on this is hopefully we're trying to make the suppressor to be just a few $100s and be simple, easy, and for everyone.
So everybody can afford it.
Truly the Volks Suppressor.
Excellent, thanks.
Yes.